Eminem Thunder. Eminem Thunder. Eminem Thunder. Eminem. everybody. Welcome back to the Marquette Rec Center here, the 2021 Battle at the Rec for the 18U high school level. This is their home tournament. It's a round-robin points tournament, which means scoring values in this. Each game is worth 2 points to the winning team. Each period win is 1 point. A period tie will get you half a point and 1 point for a shutout. So, that being said, we come in after one game. The Thunder found themselves sort of in a second place to the team that they're now playing, the Junior Wildcats Marquette Main Street Pizza team here. They pulled away in their first game with 4.5 points. The Thunder came up with 4 in their contest last night. The team from Marquette also played again this morning, getting all 6 possible points, sitting them at 10.5. So the Thunder, even if they pull out all 6 points in this one, will still remain a half point back in the tournament. So important that they do maximize the points they get out of this one, just so that they can, continue going on in this with at least a shot both in the game tonight and tomorrow.
Yeah, if you're the Thunder, you really want to take as many points as you can in this game away from this Marquette team. As you said, Marquette leading them in the points total. If your only shot at them maybe losing some points is to beat them here, take them away and get them for yourself.
Yeah, you have to, you always play as if you assume the team you're sort of neck and neck with is going to have all possible points won in the following games, which means you really need to take as many here, and it's a zero-sum game. A point for you is a point they don't get. So we'll see here. It'll be Danielak to take the draw for the Thunder to get everything started. He'll go to work out there against Lancor, and this one tied out, forwarded into the zone now by Danielak, and that one up high, touched up there, and we'll get the whistle on the delayed high sticking with Berg on the touch-up.
Now a little quick start and stop there. Doesn't look like we're going to get any changes quite yet.
Well, you have to remember, there's a handful of players that the Thunder already was not suiting up due to injury, and then you add to that some players out as a result of the kerfuffle at the end of last night's game. The bench is pretty short. You're going to have to either go with quick changes or keep those players out there. It'll be interesting to see how you manage the length of the bench in this one as Lancor carries out, but gets it taken away there by Spencer, who turns, looking for Berg up the near side, taps that one in, past the stick of Elmhurst. We'll chase it down now behind there, but Midthen is there to send it back in the other direction. Midthen now off the boards, past Casey, trying to feed it out, and now does so. That one touched by Barris near center, but not quite across the line, and that'll go all the way down for an icing.
As you're talking with the shortened bench for the Thunder, looks like they're going to be rolling with 4D, 2 sets of 2, and 2 full lines up front. So that will keep things even, but with less legs on the ice, interesting to see how they're going to keep going and if they slow down at all here towards the end of the period, end of the game.
Yeah, I like to do short shifts when the bench is short just to keep everybody as fresh as possible, but it gets tough to manage here as Bovin tries to push that one down low, and little move out towards the top there by Crommel. Gets that out across center ice. Deschone now carries in, and a shot goes wide. Far side picked up on the boards by Crommel, and again wide across the net mouth. So in back down, looking for Crommel, breaking that one up was Kraus. Kraus able to skate this one out across the blue line, loses it for a second there, gathers it in, takes a shot, gets out in front, loose puck sent aside. Bowers holds in at the point, only for a moment before that can be carried out by Barris, who didn't like his prospects and sends it down just a little bit far to the opposite end.
A little pressure there by the Thunder, testing the goaltender for the first time here in this game. Name of the game last night was getting those shots, getting those extra opportunities, and that's what the Thunder did well last night. Be interesting, like we said tonight, shortened bench if you're going to be able to sustain that pressure and continue getting shots.
Danielak in to take the draw here for the Thunder. The left side of Cam Parker, the netminder for Marquette. This one here skated out into neutral ice by Tagerson. And with a little bit of assistance, that'll get all the way deep into the zone. Bovin far side trying to get to it. Pinching down is the D for Marquette, and wide across the net mouth. Sent there by Tagerson again. Centering pass wide to the corner, off the boards. Bovin will be the first man to it. Pokes it through. He's going to skate this one up, trying to feed past Lekaranen, and unable to do so. So it'll be sent back in deep. Marquette running the dump and chase here, keeping everybody moving around. If you're the team with the longer bench, that's a decent strategy. Forces everyone to put on some miles. As Cam Benzie sends this one near side onto the stick of Richards. Richards cross center ice now skating in, met there by Spencer. Spencer pokes at it, forces him to move east-west down to the corner there, takes a shot from Danielak. Danielak comes away with the puck, forwards on towards Spencer. Spencer now trying to feed this one out. Past Elmhurst at the point, he'll hold. And another effort gets that one across. And again, no touch-up icing, which you see the moment of confusion on Elmhurst's face. Used to playing with the touch-up. We'll get a stoppage and a neutral zone face-off here.
Yeah, Marquette doing, as you said, a good strategy there. You have a longer bench. You want to open up that ice, make those long passes side to side, dump and change, make the Thunder keep moving.
So the Lancor and Bovin off the draw here. This one will go far side towards Barris. He'll turn, bring it in. Bowers pinches down hard there. Now gets some help from Bovin. A little bit of a pile up near the blue line will cause a misdirect and carried on by Blemberg. Blemberg a shot there, bouncing. Saved by Patton. Net wraparound attempt from Barris goes wide out to the point, pushed back in by Midthen. Behind the net there, Kraus trying to feed out in front, gets it up to Bowers. Bowers backhands through towards center ice onto the stick of Woodworth. Woodworth quickly met there by Blemberg, who goes cross ice onto the stick of Barris. Barris a backhand up now to Lancor. He's going to come in. Bowers crashing down all alone, takes the shot there right into the bread basket of Patton. Now picked up by Kraus. Kraus taken down there. No call coming as that one gets turned back in the direction of the net. And Zilke will pick up in the corner, looking for somewhere to go. Off the boards, I think the intended target was Woodworth out near center, but all the way down for an icing.
A little more pressure in the defensive zone for the Thunder in this game than they faced last night. This Marquette team seems to have a little more speed coming in the zone, holding that zone a little more. Thunder are going to have to adjust and maybe get a quicker breakout, get stretched in the ice to open things up for them.
So this will be Skylar DeShone out there to take it for the Wildcats, going against Danielak. A bit of a tie up there. Gets it back to the point for Spencer, who now clears out. Berg going to give chase. He's going to be beat there by Cambensi just by a step. Cambensi, all he can do to take it to the corner out of harm's way. Now chips across in the direction of Crommel. Crommel up the boards, trying to chip that one out. Held by Kennison Bovin at the point. Gets a shot directed to the corner by Parker. Around far side, that one gets chipped up and over the stick of Spencer and picked up on the far side by DeShone. Backhand to the center. Only man there is Casey. And now in comes Crommel. Pick up the loose puck. Turns away. Sheds a check from Danielak. Backhanded centering attempt met by Spencer. Out at the point there. Berg clears. And near center ice loose puck picked up by Elmhurst quickly off the glass. They don't waste a lot of time in the neutral zone. As this one gets chipped back up towards Casey. Now a high bouncing puck. Thunder on a change. Time to settle it down there for Elmhurst. But didn't get back to it. At least not until Kraus was there, and we'll get a stoppage on the offsides.
Yeah, looking a little bit like Marquette, not quite comfortable with that no tag up offsides. Used to being able to chip that down deep, get a change, rotate in, and go attack the puck. Usually a good strategy, but with the rule change, a couple stoppages to play here.
Yeah, they do work that neutral zone with some speed, and it's tough to tell if it's the rule change getting them or just the fact that they try and go so fast on that neutral zone regroup. When it works, it's very effective. Push down low here by Richards to the corner. Zilke trying to chip back up the boards, covered well by Marquette. Now Kraus going to turn away. He'll skate this one himself. Bringing up the boards there, met by Crommel, gets through. Backhand across to Woodworth, and a bouncing puck careens back behind the net. To the corner now. McCarronin can't quite clear past Bowers, tied up there in the skates of Kraus. Bowers will come down, chips one on net, and that one will be saved by Parker.
Yeah, Thunder getting shots here, but not a lot of good opportunities. Center of the ice, high quality shot areas, but at least getting something on net, testing that goaltender. Like I said before, you just want to keep that pressure going and be able to hold that blue line.
This one behind the net now. Bovin chips out, trying to feed to the point there. It looked like that'll be rather artfully handled, at least by Blemberg, but sent just a little bit too long.
M&M Thunder Hockey supported by Stevenson National Bank and Trust. Still looking for the perfect gift for your friend this holiday season? Refer them to the Stevenson National Bank and Trust. They'll enjoy a great bank, and you'll both be rewarded with a little extra money for the holidays. Visit snbt.com for more information. Member FDIC.
Face off there, goes around behind. Berg will be the first to it. Does a little move there to draw the defender off. Feeds out to Spencer. Spencer, a shot looked like that. Deflected off of something and up and over the net behind. Now this one back behind the net. Berg. He'll reverse. Take a little bit of a hit there from Midthen. Chips out towards center. Bovin and Blemberg meet there and gets it clear out towards center. Bovin now steps up again. Turn around there. Berg will send that one in deep and go for a change. Richards from behind his own net. Thunder on the change. Trying to get something moving here. Feeds up towards Lancor. Lancor looking near side. Gets on to Blemberg. Blemberg stymied along the blue line there by Bovin. And that will result in an offsides. Bovin trying to hold him in the zone there a little bit and draw that whistle.
Yeah, managed to maybe push him a little bit offsides there, tie things up. Usually all you need to do is slow him down enough. You might cause that offsides, but if nothing else, you let your other forwards get a chance to come back and help out.
This one will be Lancor and Kraus on the neutral zone. One cleanly back towards Spencer. Spencer turns, looking across center, intercepted there by Lancor. And we're going to get a roughing call here. That's going to go against number 17, Carter Barris on the Marquette side. It'll be a roughing.
I don't know. I didn't really see what happened there. I didn't even see anyone fall to the ice or anything like that, so I don't have too much knowledge on what that call was there.
There was a little bit of tie-up in front of the Thunder bench, I'll have to assume. The official was right on top of it. I'm guessing, anytime those hands get a little too high or in the wrong neighborhood, you'll get those calls. So this one, Kraus, one to the side for Woodworth. Chipped aside there now. Tapped through and broken out by Blemberg, who gets tripped up. Marquette bench looking for a call on that one. Nothing coming as Zulke sends out towards Kraus. And now around, jammed back in deep. And again, the rule change, perhaps on the no icing shorthanded coming into play.
Yeah, as you said before, Marquette bench really looking for a call on that one. I think it was kind of a tie-up. Wasn't an intentional trip. Some skates landing on skates. Either way, if you don't make contact with that puck, it's usually a pretty easy call to make. Obviously, ref had a better view than we did on that one.
This one now sent in deep. Chased to the corner there by Richards. He's pressured by Bovin. Takes a check into the boards, and now the breakout begins. This will be Lancor working against Zulke, trying to get back. Gets held up there and pushed aside. The centering attempt goes off the back of the net, and now Kraus in the other direction. Kraus stalls near the blue line, feeds to Bovin. Bovin's got to make his way through Elmhurst on the far side. Gets it towards the center, nothing. A little bit of jockeying in front of the net. Officials certainly letting them play for the most part, which might be the most confusing side of that roughing penalty, of which half has expired here. Just 1:04 remaining on the power play for the Thunder as this one gets sent in the direction of Crommel. Crommel taps up and carried in there cleanly by Deschone. Can't get it through Zulke. And again, normally you can let that drift outside the blue line and regroup, but a whistle will ensue.
M&M Thunder Hockey is supported by Westland Bus Lines. Westland Bus has been providing Marinette and the surrounding communities with school bus and motor coach transportation for 44 years. Tours across the country, charters down the road, private car service, and more. We hope.
Bovin now chipping that one up in the direction of Casey, trying to feed out, held at the blue line by Crommel. Crommel walks in, a shot there, blockered aside by Patnod. He'll try the other side now, backhand out in front. Just a little bit over pursued there by Deschone, who sends back behind the net now. Crommel, wrap around again, goes wide, picked up out at the blue line by Midthen. Midthen a shot, rattles all the way around again. And they'll bring this one back out to center. Off the boards now, everybody onsides this time as Danielak retreats into his own zone to try and get something started here. Just 15 seconds left on the Thunder power play. And that one will go all the way down for an icing.
M&M Thunder Hockey also supported by Taxi Inc. Taxi Inc. is the affordable choice as the Marinette shared ride taxi service. We operate 7 days a week and are ADA compliant. Call 715-735-9787 for booking or information.
Defensive zone face-off here, taken by Kraus, left side of Patnod. Wins that one clean and high and hard off the end there, so it'll go to the far side. Zulke and one of the Bovin boys will break down into that corner. Now this time Elmhurst walks a shot there, rattled off the net cage. Just under 9 minutes here in the period as Marquette returns to full strength, and this one carried ahead by Kraus, tripped up near center, and that one's going to be a penalty. Looks like this one will go against Marquette again, as Kraus was sent flying in the Bobby Orr pose. We're going to call in the official conference. I wonder if we're going to see a discussion between a trip and a knee here.
Yeah, it looked like it might have been a little leg-to-leg contact. Not exactly what either of them were trying to do. Not something that feels good for either player in that situation. So, like you said, they're going to kind of talk this through and see exactly what they want to call this.
Based on the fact that we've gone to the bench, it looks like we're going to call the more severe of the penalties.
M&M Thunder Hockey brought to you by The Insurance Works. Don't let your insurance premiums check you into the boards. Contact the Insurance Works agency in Marquette and let their team of agents help protect your family and business while you score some savings. A proud sponsor of Thunder Hockey and a member of your local community for over 30 years. They are ready to assist you with great rates and service. Visit their Facebook page or website to contact Carrie, Keith, Garrett, or Danielle. It's easy. Just search for The Insurance Works today.
So just the minor up on the board here for Marquette. Almost as soon as they went off the penalty kill, they're back on. And now carried to the corner there. Spencer pressure hard on Marquette winger, holding him down below. As this one comes out from behind, upended was Barris. And we're going to get a call here against the Thunder. This will be Kennison Bovin.
Looked like they called an interference. On that one, it seemed like he had the puck, but either way, again, kind of like what we saw on the Marquette penalty right there, legs colliding, kind of a trip as the player was wrapping around the net. In that case, if you're Thunder, you want to put a body on or put a stick on so they can't get that quick wraparound shot, but you can't stick your leg out and trip them down like that right in front of the official.
No, I mean, I haven't consulted my rule book in a while. I think I might have gone with a rough on that one just because of the high, sort of the upending nature of the hit, but interference the call, so we'll be 4-on-4 here, at least for the next minute and 20. As we come just under 8 minutes in the period, everybody's still tied up at 0. And that one off the backhand, faceoff should come outside. That was pretty clean. We mentioned beforehand the fact that this tournament is points-based, which means, a tie at the end of the period here really doesn't help anyone a whole lot. It's probably better for Marquette, as Thunder does need points to close a gap with them. So even a single goal here would net a point. You're competing against everybody else, so even a half point is nice to have. But really, in looking at the standings so far, this is a two-horse race between these two teams. You're almost playing each other for sure. This one sent in deep by Richards to the corner. Bowers will go down there. It'll get taken away by Barris. Barris trying to walk that one to the net. Almost a little change-up move there. Zulke behind the net now. Feeds on to Danielak. Gets that one taken away by Luukkonen. And now walked down from the point and tripped up by Bowers. Carried out by Zulke. He'll get stopped by Barris near center, and turning around now is Richards. Richards going to carry this one back in 1-on-2. He'll rip a shot from out near the blue line. I don't know if my ears deceive me or if that caught just a tinge of the pipe, but wide either way, and back out to center for Blemberg to try and carry on, but Zulke there quickly. Put into the zone, tapped through, just 15 seconds on the Marquette penalty. As this one walked towards the net by Lancor, and a backhand there, slowed down in time for Zulke to feed this one up and out. Backhanded, at least attempting to get it to the corner, was Lancor, but picking it up was Bowers. Then Danielak back to Bowers, now over to Bovin, and we've got a call coming here. And this is going to go, I believe, against Marquette, as he got tied up with Bowers out near center.
Things getting a little chippy in this game here. Marquette seemingly wanting a tripping call down on the other end. I agree with the no call. It seemed as though the Thunder player dove, made contact with the puck as they kind of went through the Marquette player skates. So I agree with that call, or no call. But obviously Marquette not too happy about it, and things got a little chippy after that. Maybe a little retaliation and frustration.
Well, it's difficult too, those center ice ones there. You see them skating through, a couple extra shoulders thrown. I think we're going to maybe start to see here a few of these situations where we're just going to take them both. It's not enough of an offense to put either team, to justify putting a team at a disadvantage, but it is enough that the referees want to make a point that it won't be tolerated. again, that's up to the crew on the ice, and we'll just tell you what they decide as they decide it. But for right now, we'll be back to 4-on-4. Marquette had their first, I believe, true power play for about 8.5 seconds there, so good for them. But we'll be 4-on-4 here again, at least for the remaining 24 seconds of the Bovin penalty to the Thunder. This one now chipped up and out of the zone, bounced through, glove down there by Spencer and backhanded, but offsides. And all the way down. Now we didn't get the other penalty up on the board, so we'll just have to keep track of that one. He went in, I believe, 6:41. So hopefully someone over there is keeping track of it as well.
Yeah, it looked like the refs were talking there, having a discussion with the minor officials in the box. So as long as they have that communication down and everything's running smoothly there, the board itself so much doesn't matter.
Yeah, and if some things I heard before the game are correct, where clock operators are sometimes difficult to come by, so we will understand the issues there. As this one batted around in front of the crease in front of Patnod, now cleared out onto the stick of Elmhurst, who winds one up, but it'll find its way to Patnod. Another push in towards the net there by Deschone goes to wide. Thunder back to full strength. They'll be on the power play here. My math is correct, for about 1 minute and 36 seconds. This one goes to Kraus behind, gets that one pulled away by Cromwell. Trying to come out with it now in front, feeds through just off the offhand side, I should say, of Deschone, who lifts a backhand, batted aside by Patnod, and now comes near side. Spencer putting pressure on Cromwell out to the front, looking for Deschone. Now Cromwell behind. A little bit of miscommunication of who wants to take it. It will be Cromwell. He'll turn, looking to center, back door, and he had Deschone sitting there. In all the confusion, got the goaltender standing straight up trying to find it, and that'll be a shorthanded goal to put Marquette up 1-0.
Patnod doing a great job for most of that series. They're facing a lot of quick shots, quick rebounds, tracking the puck back and forth. Did a great job, but at the end there didn't have a whole lot of help on that back door, which isn't something you want to see when you're on the power play. You should have enough to have one, if not two guys covering every passing lane.
Well, she had the Thunder defense kind of got walked back into the crease, forcing her to stand up straight in order to see, and that ultimately presented the 5-hole for the goal there, but that'll be one in for Marquette here. 5:30 remaining in the first period. Marquette now leading 1-0, still at a man disadvantage for what I would assume is about another 45 seconds. That one gets pushed along in the direction of Bovin. And now out back to center. This will be Richards. Surveys. Now we'll feed up through onto the stick of Devereaux. Devereaux spun around as it goes to the corner. Casey will pick the puck up, feed to Bowers. Bowers trying to get that one through. Can't do so. Stepping up from the point, a slap shot from Richards, absorbed in the shin pad of Bovin. And we're going to get a penalty called in the middle here. And we're going to get one of these take them both type of situations, as there was a bit of a scrum.
Yeah, as you were saying before on those take both players, doesn't put any team necessarily at a disadvantage besides personnel-wise, but it kind of helps to control the game, say, hey, we're not going to allow any of that to happen. You do that, you personally are going to have to go sit 2 minutes, even if it doesn't so much affect your team besides who you can have out there and maybe cause some mismatches.
So we will remain the 5-on-4 as it was before, those two penalties offsetting. Now, the important part about even those offsetting penalties you have to remember is USA Hockey's reduced the number of penalties required for that disqualification and game misconduct to 4. So, right now, neither team at a man disadvantage, but both for Bovin and I believe that may have been Elmhurst taken to the box there. Those will go against that total, and we are only in the first period.
Especially at a point when center of the ice there, puck not around, not really a penalty you need to take for any reason. The puck wasn't anywhere nearby.
This one now chipped in, goes back behind. Lukarinen trying to feed this one to center, does so, stymied there by Kraus, and Zulke and Spencer will combine to get this one clear of that slot area, and now across center ice, working their way in. Spencer took a little check there, but he'll follow the puck to the corner. Looking to feed to the front there, a backhand by Bovin, elevated but wide. And this one here, I'm getting a call there. I have to agree, unless there was a misconduct we didn't hear about, that we should be even strength here, as this one comes to Richards near center ice. And a change. Now this one comes near side onto Lukarinen. Lukarinen skates in, working against Zulke. A shot down in front there, picked up by Spencer. Spencer carries on across center ice, and well offside on the far side was Woodworth. .351 here. The 1-0 is the lead for Marquette at this point. Yes. It seems like, I agree. There must be something that the people on the other side of the play know that that we don't over here, explaining why he's still in the box. Could have potentially been a double minor or something of that nature. Anyway, moving along here.
Yeah, both teams playing 4-on-4 right now is kind of an interesting. I don't understand how they're at that point right now.
Yeah, the even strength should be 5-on-5 by my math. Either way, we'll work with it. So 4 players on the ice for both teams, whether it needs to be or not, as that comes out to the point. That one off the padding there, now onto the stick of Casey. Casey tries to chip through for Berg. Berg will do a little behind the back action there, feeds up to Casey. Casey avoids one check. And now skating away with this one will be Midthen. Midthen skates this one now across neutral ice there. He's got Casey in pursuit, and Bowers will step up and somewhat casually poke that one away. Now Thunder will add their 5th man to the ice, perhaps. Nope, they'll stay with 4 as a shot goes bar down from Cromwell. He walked that one in far side. It looked like there was a little confusion during the Thunder change. And he'll go bar down, get that one in.
Yeah, that was a great development there on the shot. Walking in far side, sliding to the middle, able to use that defender as kind of a screen to cause confusion with the goaltender, and then just put a nice shot over the shoulder.
Yeah, bar down there every time is always kind of a cool look. So he'll find the shot, and we do get the player out of the Marquette box on that one, which would lead me to believe there was a misconduct assessed to that. Therefore, it would be a first whistle after however much time. Either way, a little bit confusing on that side, as we are still playing 5-on-4. This one comes out now. Bovin will skate across center, chips that one, but let it loose on the other side of the red line, so an icing will be called.
M&M Thunder Hockey brought to you by The Insurance Works. Don't let your insurance premiums check you into the boards. Contact the Insurance Works agency in Marinette and let their team of agents help protect your family and business while you score some savings. A proud sponsor of Thunder Hockey and a member of your local community for over 30 years. They are ready to assist you with great rates and service. Visit their Facebook page or website to contact Carrie, Keith, Garrett, or Danielle. It's easy. Just search for The Insurance Works today.
Far side now put back in and picked up there by Kraus, who's tripped up, and the call will come. We had the penalty boxes empty for, I think, a total of about 10 seconds right there, Cole, didn't we?
Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to kind of set up the clock here so that you and I, as well as kind of everyone in the rink, is a little more understanding of what's going on after that confusing stint of the period there. Should just be a 5-on-4 power play for Marinette with 2 minutes. It looks like that's what we're going to have here.
Yeah, we'll see here, 2:19 remain in the first period. 2-0 the lead for Marquette, as this one will be held in the zone and now cleared out by Blemberg, but a touch, so no icing. Pat Knott will push that one on to Bowers behind her net. Bowers on the far side will take a little bit of a rub there from Barris, trying to clean up the puck. And it'll come out center ice here. Handling it is Richards. Richards tripped up there by Berg. And we'll go back to 4-on-4. Tripping the call on Berg.
Yeah, not all of these really strong, tough penalties, just kind of that stick stuff, tripping people up, their feet and such. But they're calling it tight right now to try and keep control of this game. Teams have got to be able to adjust to that and know that you can't be poking at feet and everything.
So just under 2 minutes, so barring anything really weird, that'll be it for the period for Berg. So it'll be a 4-on-4 here for the next minute and 30 as that one walks in towards the net, shot aside. Picked up in the corner now by Bovin. Bovin makes a little bit of space for himself, goes off the glass glove down by Richards. Richards holds in under pressure from Danielak and now sends back behind the net. Bowers, first man to it behind Patnod, comes out there. Attempt at the toe drag by Blemberg, stymied by Bovin, but sent back to the corner. This one now far side across, unable held in there by Camdensi, so he'll regroup out near neutral ice. Feeds up in the direction of Blemberg. It'll go just a little bit strong, and now Bovin will carry this one through center ice, takes a little bit of pressure, and that one will go down and be frozen under the glove of Parker.
M&M Thunder Hockey also supported by Advanced Blending Solutions. ABS is proud to partner with the M&M Thunder.
So we get a offensive zone face-off for the Thunder here. 4-on-4 again for the next minute. Only a minute and 15 remain in the period as Danielak sends that one on net right away and kicked somewhat dangerously out into the crease by Parker, but cleared aside by Cambensi. And now Bowers puts back on net. Casey had a chance there, get that one poked away, and in the confusion, just barely offsides.
M&M Thunder Hockey is supported by JGS, providing plasma ion nitriding services for superior wear and harsh environment protection of steel parts for clients in Northeast Wisconsin, Upper Michigan, and across.
Neutral zone face-off here, chipped ahead by Lancor. Now Casey takes a blast against the boards as this one goes in on the stick of Richards. Richards, with a lot of speed, comes across neutral ice, gets to the red line and sends in deep. No icing, 50 seconds in the period. Zilke from the corner tries to clear. Richards picks up at the point, winds one up, and goes just a little bit inside on that one. That one backhanded now high into the corner. Bouncing puck settled down by Danielak coming out from behind his own netminder. Gets the pocket picked there, and a backhand attempt kicked aside. Not sure what the whistle was for. I think both the goaltender and the official lost the puck on that one.
Yeah, there were a couple heads looking around for the puck. I think only a couple of the players on the ice knew where it was, and a little frustration from Marquette as they thought they had a loose puck that they had
that was
to play
sort
on.
of a surprise backhand from Lancor, and the way Patnod spun, I think, tricked the official into thinking it was tied up in the pads. So Lancor will push this one hard to the boards. The only man there is Kraus, though, so it'll go back to Zolke, and now out to the point where Bovin will try and feed it through Richards. Now back down to Lancor. Lancor walks in. Lots of traffic backhand to the backdoor side, looking for Lukernen. But instead it'll be Bovin now across center ice. Bovin poked at, but retains possession. Shoots that one. Looks like it went off with the hindquarters of Kraus, who now gathers in near. Full strength is Marquette with 11 seconds left. And we're going to be tied up here. Just 3 seconds remain in the scrum. It looked like there was a delayed penalty. I'm assuming that's going to go against.
I don't know. That was confusing to see just because nobody wanted to really play the puck there. I think both teams were hoping to just kind of wait out the period and not have that penalty start until a little later, but it looks like it's going to be on Marquette on that hit in the corner.
Yeah, Patnod left the net there, which made me think it was Thunder, but it was in the skates of the Marquette team, which even though the stick didn't touch it, I think we could say they had enough possession to blow the whistle. And either way, we'll go back to 4-on-4 here for the remaining 2 seconds of the period, and that'll be it. Or perhaps not it. As there a little bit of a tussle after the whistle. So that's going to do it for one. Marquette comes away with that period point, we should say, with a 2-0 lead. So that will get added to the total. This, I believe, will not be a Zamboni period, so we'll get 2 minutes of respite here at the benches, which will also serve as 2 minutes to straighten out the score sheet and clock.
Yeah, both teams doing a good job back and forth on the ice. I've seen a lot of, though, in the offensive zone, both of them trying to send those lateral passes to the front of the net. It hasn't really been working for either team. No one really getting an advantage off of that. What it does is just kind of sends it into traffic. A lot of times gives the defensive zone team time to kind of regroup, pick that puck up, and break it out. So a lot of times you like to see those passes going more towards the net, down deeper into the zone, so you're not starting the other team's way out. So I'm curious if that's going to be an adjustment, because right now it's just kind of blind passes, hoping for the best in front of the net. and it's causing a lot of these collisions, pushing, shoving in front of the net. That, as we're seeing right now, it's a high penalty game if you're going to try and avoid those to keep players on your bench.
That is for sure. So I think we didn't put the intermission time up on the clock, which is okay. I've operated this system. It's a little bit confusing, and it doesn't keep the penalties up there. So rather than deal with that, we'll just take a quick moment here and be back with second period in a moment.
M&M Thunder Hockey brought to you by The Insurance Works. Don't let your insurance premiums check you into the boards. Contact the Insurance Works agency in Marquette and let their team of agents help protect your family and business while you score some savings. A proud sponsor of Thunder Hockey and a member of your local community for over 30 years. They are ready to assist you with great rates and service. Visit their Facebook page or website to contact Carrie, Keith, Garrett, or Danielle. It's easy. Just search for The Insurance Works today.
So following the play at the end of the period there, we do have two more players in the box. Looks like those will go in as offsetting minors. Looks like the Thunder player in there will be Mason Bovin. Not sure who they took on the Marquette side of things. There are 5 seconds remaining on the Thunder penalty to Grant Berg. So it'll be 4-on-4 here for 5 seconds, and then Thunder will have 1:52 on the power play. As this one gets sent deep into the zone and picked up behind the net by Zulke. Thunder now working right to left in this second period as Zulke gets taken down out near the blue line, skated back in is Deavaro. And now Bowers rattles this one around, trying to get it out. Pushed back in by Elmhurst. Elmhurst again trying to hold the blue line, but Berg will get that one through, tries to feed across towards Woodworth. That puck will drift through. Cam Bensi with a little bit of help there from Odevoro. And now walked in and a shot high from Cromwell. Bowers out of the corner to Woodworth. Woodworth gets that one poked away, so Bowers will take another crack at it. Feeds through. This one will go up. Loose puck, race to it. Danielak pokes through and now chases to the corner. Danielak coming out from behind the net, looking for somewhere to go with it. Defended well there. Looks to feed across in the direction of Zulke, who gets there just in time to push back deep. Glove down now by Cromwell. Cromwell off the boards. This one will go all the way down and will be an icing.
M&M Thunder Hockey supported by Stevenson National Bank and Trust. Still looking for the perfect gift for your friend this holiday season? Refer them to the Stevenson National Bank and Trust. They'll enjoy a great bank and you'll both be rewarded with a little extra money for the holidays. Visit snbt.com for more information. Member FDIC.
So look at the face-off here, left side of Parker. Looks like it's going to be Krause in there to take the draw for the Thunder. He'll tie up for a moment with Deschone, and then a shot from the far side comes all the way wide. Bovin trying to hold the blue line there, gets it poked through, picked up on the far side by Deschone, who's met by Krause. Now along the blue line, that one pushed back in. And offsides.
Thunder coming out here, you need to win like the next 2 periods to close that gap with Marquette. Marquette extending their lead in this tournament so far.
Spencer now skates with this one to the far side, chips up through, and feeds all the way to the defensive side of Marquette. And now back out towards center ice for Bovin. Bovin dumps that one deep, but offsides. Yeah, you mentioned extending the lead. Marquette's got 2 games in already, and they did get the maximum of 6 points in that second game. You know, like we said, the best Thunder could do if they walked away with all 6 was pull within half a point. At this point, best you can do is walk away with 4 points. And that'd leave you at a slightly larger deficit. Krause now pushes forward with that one. We'll come back to the defense for Marquette. Just 27 seconds remain on their penalty kill, and a nice little move through the legs there by Deschone. Walks that one in. Takes a hit from Bovin after the shot, and Patnott will glove that one down onto the stick of Krause. Krause now far side, working up, trying to look through. Thought he wanted to feed to Casey. He gets tripped up there, and call will come. That'll go against Midden, it would appear. Getting crowded over there in the penalty box on the Marquette side. Still 9 seconds remaining on the Lancor penalty. So he'll come out in 9, then we just add the Midden penalty in there, in addition to that coincidental minor before. There's 3 green jerseys in there. So it'll be 5-on-3 for the Thunder here for the next 9 seconds. And they'll get his face-off in their offensive zone to the left side of Parker. Danielak will win back to the point. Spencer caught on the puck there, didn't get the pass he wanted, but he'll chase that one through to the slot. Keeps it deep, at least momentarily, before it can be sent high end over end. Coming through there, chipped up was Lancor, I believe, on the chase, or that was Richards, rather. So it'll give Danielak an opportunity to feed up to Kraus, far side, skates in, takes a shot there from Richards, and a call upcoming. He finished a little high on the check there, but I think the frustration on that call would be the lack of interference call as he was entering the zone down here and sort of pushed off the puck. So an elbowing call against Richards, which will extend the 5-on-3 advantage for the Thunder. It'll be 1:35 now. And it'll be all the way down. So again, we'll try this face off to the left side of Parker.
So far, penalties not exactly hurting the Marquette team as they're still leading 2-0 with a shorthanded goal. Thunder's going to have to do something on the power play here. Otherwise, there's no point in having a power play out there or taking these penalties. You got to capitalize on these opportunities.
Yeah, you got 1:35 here of 5-on-3 action. Set something up, work it around, and do something with it. And that'll have to begin after this regroup as it gets sent out towards Zulke, who handles near his own blue line, trying to move this one forward, feeds up to Bovin, who skates in now, trying to move to the middle a little bit, gets that one poked down. He'll collect behind the net out in front. Only man there is Blemberg, who now chips through back out into neutral ice. Thunder will have to regroup again. Danielak now goes to the side on this one, pushed there by Elmhurst, tries to get that one out in front. Bowers now from the point, bouncing puck, chips down low, tied up in the skate of Bovin and able to be cleared away. Danielak holds in, at least for a moment now. This one chipped, high bouncing puck, and able to be cleared out there finally by Lancor. On net, no icing, it'll be fed on to Zulke. Zulke feeds up towards Berg near center ice, passes on now to Bovin, enters the zone, trying to work against Elmhurst, who chips it back. So now Blemberg off the boards, held in by Danielak, a shot low behind the net, bounces around the far side. 30 seconds remain on the 5-on-3 as that one comes out to Danielak. Danielak a shot there, got redirected but kicked aside. He'll pick up the loose puck. In front there now, battling for real estate as this one's out across center ice. Zulke trying to skate that one up, gets upended but picked up by Kraus now. Kraus turns, looking to feed on to Casey. Loses his footing, and in comes Bovin for a shot there, and they're going to get him for that one, a rough. You know, that was going back and forth. Started with sort of a battle for position in front of the net, or you could even say on the, you know, the call before with that elbowing. But, you know, you can kind of feel one coming, and wasn't sure who was going to get it, but I felt one coming there.
I think the rough call on that one was just the kind of blatant attempt or non-attempt to play the puck at all. He was going to play the body no matter where that puck kind of went. Puck ended up missing the Marquette player, and he still landed the hit either way.
Yeah, you can't make the decision to make contact that far in advance. The officials will see it. So he'll go in, and I think, you know, roughing versus interference based on the high finish of the check. That's one of the things, you know, I played with a couple players who like to finish high, and we'd always tell them, you know, you're making legal hits, you're there at the right time, but the second you extend those arms or you finish above the shoulders, it's really, really visible to the officials. So, you know, he probably could have gotten away with a decent bump there, but once those arms come out, it's a little too obvious for the officials to avoid. So we're 4-on-4 here for 16 seconds is the sum total of everything as Bauer skates this one out and pokes towards center ice. Backhanded there by Blemberg, and now it will be Kraus. Coming the other direction, fed up towards Bowers. And now the other direction goes Blemberg. Blemberg across center as Marquette returns to full strength. Steps up there, and Zulke got a stick on that one out of play.
M&M Thunder Hockey also supported by Taxi Inc. Taxi Inc. is the affordable choice as the Marquette shared ride taxi service. We operate 7 days a week and are ADA compliant. Call 715-735-9787 for booking or information.
So this one here, backhanded in the direction of the net by Deshawn. Glove down there by Patnod. Can't get a grip on it. Now she'll get it underneath her. And a bit of a scrum ensues on the near side of the net following the save.
Interesting there. Looks like neither team wanted to take the penalty after a little aggression, pushing and shoving, but both of them going to the ice, getting back up, letting cooler heads kind of prevail there as they both realized that they would go to the box if they continued.
And we'll see if those two remain friends. As this one attempt chopped forward there, blocked by Daniel. That comes out to Shone, a slap shot up and over behind, and that one's going to be fed in on the backside. Looks like it went up and off the shoulder of Patnod and in.
Marquette doing a great job off of those faceoffs, getting it, winning the puck back, getting a quick shot. Thunder's got to win some of those faceoffs in the defensive zone, or that's going to be a common play, an opportunity for Marquette over and over throughout the game.
And that there again, you know, a lot of times you'd have another winger or perhaps a defender covering that high slot area, but shorthanded, you know, someone drifts open. That's why power plays are power plays. You're going to have an open man, and they found him there, and then some confusion in front of the net gets that puck in for the Marquette score. Spencer now backhands in the direction of Bovin. Bovin stumbled up there a little bit, and now surveying Cambensi. It's that one poked aside by Bovin, so it'll be Bovin in the corner. Lots of Bovin action there. As this one comes out across center, up towards the stick of Richards, who settles in. Pressure coming there from Bovin again, and Richards will skate through that one now across center ice. Gets to the blue line and fires one off the chest of Patnod and sent aside. Now this one out near center. Looks like it'll be Kraus skating away with it under lots of pressure. Now out to Spencer, near center ice. Puts it in deep and wraps around behind the net. Both teams full strength, and one of those rare moments in this one. As Bovin pushes a shot forward there, blocked aside. And now carried out, at least attempted to be fed onto Barris there, who thought he was going to be offside, so he stalled out. Now he'll go to battle with Spencer in the corner. Just under 11 and a half minutes remaining here in the second period. Marquette leading 3-0 over the Thunder. As this one gets sent and picked off there by Woodworth, but a little bit stiff on the pass. It'll be tapped in and offsides.
As you said, first 5-on-5 hockey here for a little while. Those penalties, not a lot of players on either bench. You got to wonder when you start getting to that 4 penalty rule, if it adjusts how you play the puck. Maybe you're a little less aggressive, you play the puck more, if that's going to weigh into the rest of this game here.
Yeah, you certainly, you know, sometimes when you get a player who gets in that danger zone, you sit them, you know, just to protect them from themselves, and you don't really have that option shorthanded, or at least short benched like this. So a shot there from Lukarinen goes wide, rattles around behind, and onto Devoro. Tied up behind there, Zulke and Danielak for the Thunder trying to get something, and Lukarinen will carry this one out to the point, feeds on to Midthen. Midthen tries for a shot there, blocked by Casey. This one backhanded and held in by Lukarinen out at the point. Covering the points, I should say. Stepping back into his position was Midthen. He and Lukarinen will try and feed this one deep. Lukarinen skates through. Tied up in front there were a couple of players for creating a screen, but equal to the save was Patnod. Now Danielak from behind his own netminder. Attempt to wrap that one around, gets blocked. And it stayed down low. Danielak trying to get that one down, comes out to Lukarinen, can't get it settled in time. And now Casey will chip off the boards, trying to feed past Midthen, but Midthen holds. Bowers there, trying to send that one around, gets chipped out in front, skating across. And a shot there from Taggardson. Gets blocked and sent all the way down now. And a shot on net will be, at least thought it was frozen there, but comes out in front. I thought it was under the goaltender as well, waded through the 5-hole all the way back, but centering pass picked up there by Lukarinen and now sent up in the direction of Tadgerson. Marquette Firehouse change here. They'll try a little bit of a miscommunication there as that one got fired out of the zone by Zulke and intercepted. Wonder if we're going to see a too many men call here. It's looking like that will be the case as Marquette kind of had that confusing change.
I think they're worried about stopping the Thunder coming out of the zone there. You get a little excited coming off the bench. play the puck before the person you're changing for is off the ice. They got to be completely off in order to not be considered a player on the ice. You get 6 out there, you're going to end up with a too many men call.
M&M Thunder Hockey also supported by Advanced Blending Solutions. ABS is proud to partner
Sometimes
with
with a lot of
M&M
confusion,
Thunder.
as we said, only. Sometimes with only 2 refs out there, you get some confusion like that, and it's not so much necessarily that player that touches the puck, but it's just if you have 6 out there and you're making plays on the puck, it's enough to draw that call.
Yeah, especially when the play on the puck is in the neighborhood of the bench. Everyone's around. You know, So we'll get a Thunder power play here for 2 minutes. 9:45 remaining in this second period. And this one comes down low. Kraus takes a hack at it. Well defended there. Bovin trying to poke that one free as it goes up off the glass from Richards. Far side now. Spencer skates this one in. Gets it poked away by Cambensi. Blemberg feeds out to center, redirected there by Kennison Bovin. And a delayed penalty upcoming. Let's see here what the call is.
Thunder might get lucky here because there almost could have been a second one for a trip or a knee after the first penalty was being delayed there.
So this will be Kraus to the box for the Thunder. The hook will be the call. So it was a fun 30 seconds of power play. We'll go to 4-on-4. I guess, you know, that's one way when you've got a short bench to keep the legs fresh. If you're always 4-on-4, at least you're getting one more player some rest. As this one, a wind-up slap shot goes wide there from Richards at the point, and now sent hard around the boards and cleared out by Bovin. No icing, as it won't make it the distance. Richards trying to skate through, gets hooked there again. We'll get another Thunder penalty upcoming. And a hooking call. This one gonna go against somewhere between Woodworth and Bovin. And it will be Bovin again, this time Mason Bovin, I should say. So if 4-on-4 is an interesting way of keeping fresh legs, I guess 4-on-3 also is.
You have to wonder with the shortened Thunder bench if that is causing a lot of these hooking, tripping penalties. Maybe you're reaching a little more, your legs are tired. If that's going to lead to that, you know, those decisions in an earlier game are now affecting and causing more down the line here.
Yeah, we do talk about those reach penalties are the trips, the hooks. You know, you're in a position where you can't play the puck cleanly and you can't quite get a shoulder on the guy. So you're right, you know, fatigue could play a factor in seeing more and more of those types of calls. So 4-on-3 here for 1:15. Then we'll go 4-on-4 for 15 seconds. And then we'll go to a 5-on-4. 4-on-4 for 30 seconds. You know, never mind.
Trying to figure out what happens here as we watch the board, but I think they're
getting it straight now. So we're going to have 4-on-3 for 1:15. Then we will go 5-on-3 for 30 seconds, and then 5-on-4 for 15. Assuming there's no more calls, which to assume in the next 2 minutes there won't be any more penalties, it would be brave of me. So we'll get a shot there from the far side, and that one redirected up and out, and a stoppage. We'll bring this face-off back here near side. Danielak and Blemberg to the left side of Patnod. Tied up there, and coming through will be Bovin, who backhands that out across, rolling puck. He's going to have a chance here. We'll get a foot race. Stepping out of the net there was Parker. Probably a good decision there by Parker, as it looked like Bovin was going to win that race. That'll be Cambensi trying to feed it through, gets it up to the stick of Barris, but now loose puck picked up by Spencer. Spencer will reverse directions down near his own netminder. Backhands up in the direction of Danielak, picked off by Richards out there. He'll make a move and send that one into the glove of Patnod, who elects to keep it played. And cleared out by Bovin, confirming that the decision by Patnod to play on was the correct one. This one carried ahead here by Cambensi across the blue line. Gets it poked away by Bovin. He'll chase his own loose puck to the corner and feed on the direction of Barris. Barris elevates one there, picked off by Spencer. Spencer behind the defense, couple bearing down, but he's all alone against Parker. Going to work one to the backhand, and a kick there from Parker at the last second. I thought he had him on the move to the backhand. Now in the other direction, 2-on-2, working against Danielak. Was Blemberg, and he'll get that one directed. Now to the corner, he and Zulke will go, get taken down there by the combination of Zulke and Danielak. A couple players in the corners. This one gets walked in, and a slap shot from the point off the stick of Elmhurst. Goes off the glass, comes near side, LeKernan. LeKernan a shot directed to the side, and now Elmhurst trying to feed that one through Zulke, but blocked. Held in on a diving effort from Richards at the point. That'll be Elmhurst again. He's going to skate that one down, hassled by Danielak. A rebound out in front, chopped at there. And Danielak's clearing attempt here again, stymied by Elmhurst. Another shot goes off the glass behind. Spencer wraps around. We're into that 5-on-4 portion here as Kraus returns and picks the pocket. He'll be able to finally clear this one for the Thunder. Coming across the blue line there, eats a check from Elmhurst, but carries to the corner, and a low angle shot there. Blocker to side, both teams full strength as this comes out from behind Parker. Sent up across center, tapped on there, and now Zulke for the Thunder clears the zone, looking for Casey out near center ice. This one up high, end over end. Casey in the zone gets smothered, and a call upcoming here will go against Marquette as Bowers backhands this one out towards the point. Delayed penalty still on Marquette. And we'll finally get that whistle here as LeKernan touches it up. We're going to get a cross-checking call. That'll go against Deshaun for Marquette. Came in a little high with the crosshand, or the stick shaft, I should say, on Casey.
Again, that's like you were saying before on that last roughing call. Once you get those hands up and out, it's an easy call for a ref. Doesn't so much matter if it's a vicious or a hard hit, but if you get those hands up into the top half of the opponent's body, it's an easy call. It's against the rule book there. You got to keep it shoulder to shoulder, hip to hip, hands down in order to make that a clean hit.
Yeah, those checks that are explicitly defined are somewhat easy calls for the officials.
M&M Thunder Hockey is supported by JGS, providing plasma ion nitriding services for superior wear and harsh environment protection of steel parts for clients in Northeast Wisconsin, Upper Michigan, and across the U.S. For the best quality, the best price, and the fastest turnaround time, contact JGS today for a same-day quote. M&M Thunder Hockey is supported by Westland Bus Lines. Westland Bus has been providing Marinette and the surrounding communities with school bus and motor coach transportation for 44 years. Tours across the country, charters down the road, private car service, and more. We hope to see you on board.
So 5-on-4 here. This one will come to the corner. Handled from behind the net. And out to Zulke at the point. Zulke a shot there. Goes off of someone's chest. Down low, trying to chip that one out as Cromwell successfully so. He'll raise Zulke to the puck. He'll get there. Back on D was Bowers, and a good recovery by Zulke to chop that one away. Wraps around near side. Picked up out there near the point by Barris, who puts back deep. Only momentarily, though, as this one gets backhanded up and out of the zone by Bovin. That now sent across, no icing. And behind the net, gathered in by Elmhurst, who wraps around, trying to feed it out, held in there by the combination of Bovin and Bowers to the corner. Woodworth will get to it first, tries to center out in front for Bovin, had him back door. Just missed on that shot a little bit, and now out and dangerously in the slot area again of diving Bowers, but still just out of reach. And that'll go all the way back for Zulke to recover in front of Patnod, and now start the Thunder attack in the other direction. 1 minute remains on the power play, 5:30 here in the second. To the corner for Kraus. Kraus sends that one across the net mouth. It'll come out to the point. Zulke steps one up, got tangled up with Bowers a little bit there. Might have taken something off the shot. It's carried on by Odevaro. And now Danielak picks up a loose puck there. Neutral ice. Reroutes with this one as we get a partial change for Marquette. Danielak carries himself into the corner. Pressured behind, and will come out the far side. Looking for somewhere to go with it near the top of the circles. Feeds to Bovin on the far side. Walks down. Shot backdoor again there for Kraus. Goes through the legs. That backdoor opportunity is there. As we get a little bit of a tie up behind the play. This one will come down to Bovin. 15 seconds now on the power play for the Thunder as this one goes. Little touch, little give and go near center ice. Berg skates in. Chips trying to get it deep. Bouncing puck there. Almost recovered it, but bounced up and over. And Lancor will send back out to center where it's held there. And fanned on a little bit by Bovin, carried in now by Devereaux, and a shot goes high and up off the glass. Full strength is everyone on the ice now. 5-on-5 is a shot ripped there from Devereaux, goes wide, and now from the point, a shot again from Cambensi. From behind there, trying to feed that one out to Lancourt in the crease, but wide, and Berg will clear on towards Bovin, who sends himself a pass off of the boards, and gets checked there, trying to work to the corner. He'll feed that one out towards Kraus, but pressure from Lancourt prevents a decent shot. This one will go high, and perhaps it a little bit just too strong. Lancourt snuck in behind him, but too much on it. It will be an icing as we come under 4 minutes here in this second period of play.
Thunder finally getting some chances there, some backdoor opportunities. If I'm them, I'm looking to capitalize on those, keep those going. Sooner or later, you're going to be able to get a stick on that back door and put one in. But you got to keep that pressure in the zone and keep the speed moving. Don't let Marquette get that advantage back and that momentum.
Yeah, interesting note here during that last commercial and the penalty. I believe we reached the 12 penalty team total for Marquette, which has led to their head coach being disqualified from the competition and tomorrow's. So we had that in addition there for those of you trying to keep book at home. I do not envy you. This one tied up along the boards there, attempting to feed it out was Blemberg. And a little bit of a fan there, so carried back in by Casey. Casey gets that one well defended, now chipping it past Bovin. And tripped up along the blue line there was Barris, Carter Barris. And now far side Casey again near the red line. Gets this one pushed deep into the zone. Pinned back behind Parker. From the corner now. Trying to feed through to Barris just a little bit wide. It'll be Bovin near center ice. Gathers this one in, looking for somewhere to go. He sees Casey, far side. Feeds up. Casey tripped up a little bit there along the blue line. Will send this one to the corner. Will be picked up there by Richards. Richards feeds this one out to the point, looking for Barris. It'll go all the way down. Did he get enough of an angle to be on net? No, and an icing. So 2:46 here in the second. Marquette has one goal in this period, which means they are winning this period's point as well. If you're the Thunder, you'd like to at least put a point on the board to have the period. That's halve, H-A-L-V-E, as in half of something, using golf match play terminology there. And it would be half of a point as this one comes out across. It's a race between Zelke and Deschone. Deschone almost makes it through. We're going to get a tripping call here as they both go careening into the boards. And the delayed penalty now called. Looks like we're going to get a trip against Zelke. Always a little frightening when two players go sliding into the boards, but we've had almost 2 full periods with no Zamboni. It's amazing how much of a difference that makes in the momentum carried on one of those slides.
Yeah, luckily able to slow them down before they go into the boards, especially like you said with two bodies going at the same time, things get tangled. You have, blades strapped to the bottom of everybody's feet.
Yeah, fresh ice, that's potentially a much more hazardous situation. But they slowed down enough. Either way, tripping call here for the Thunder. They'll be shorthanded for the majority of the remainder of this one as it goes in front, tied up down there, chopped out, a couple bodies down as this one backhanded off the boards. And a one-time shot there from Elmhurst goes off of the stick of Berg. Attempt to feed out in front there, stymied by Bovin. This one comes out, Elmhurst, the one-timer again. This one is off the shin of Bowers, who takes a hit there but gets the puck out to center. Elmhurst to the far side, trying to chip through. Attempting to poke it along there was Cromwell, but Bovin gets it out, and this one will go all the way down. Played to the corner by Parker. 1:25 on the period, 1:55 in the contest as that one goes all the way down. Played by Patnod to negate the icing, and in the corner will be picked up by Devereaux. And now Bowers takes the puck away from him, chips it out across center once more. This one, again on fresh ice, might have been an icing, but certainly not in these conditions. So we'll start this one again. A long stretch pass there. Kicked down by Kraus and now carried in. He's going to try and feed that one cross side to Bovin. He'll get it picked off, and now Richards will bring this into the zone. One-on-one here, or one-on-two type of thing. And a couple of great moves by Devereaux. Gets that one down and poked out from underneath the glove of Patnod and pushed in. Some crafty stick handling by Devereaux coming down the slot.
Yeah, it was a good opportunity. You end up with a 3-on-1. Thunder defenseman taking kind of a swing there, going all or nothing on the defensive play. Happen to miss, creates a 3-on-1 for Marquette, and they were able to capitalize, like you said, with some good stick work there and puck handling.
So 4-0 now the lead That'll clear the penalty off the board, so we'll be full strength. Now we'll take a moment to correct the clock as it says Marquette holds an 11-0 lead. Not quite the case. And we're back. Center ice face-off here following the goal. Kraus wins to the side for Bovin, who chops ahead. It'll be handled back there and off the boards. Trying to feed that through. The other Bovin brother will stop that and feed back up. Mason now carries to the slot. A sliding effort from Devereaux sends that one careening up and into the netting.
Yeah, that was a good effort there. Not always a lot of fun to put your body on the line to block shots. I know that was one of something you were good at when you played, but not the most fun play. But in that case, really helping out your goaltender, and with Thunder coming down with a good opportunity, putting your body out there to do what you need to do to stop that puck and tip it wide.
Yeah, pads cover a lot, but not as much as you would think. And believe it or not, there's some sort of tracking mechanism within the puck that helps it find those gaps in between the pads almost every time. So we'll get a face-off here, right side of Parker. There'll be Kraus in there to take it. That one chopped back behind and now picked up by Carter Barris in the corner. He'll go to work with Kraus, feeds up, Bovin there, quickly pressured, and now carried on by Barris out of the zone. Looking to feed that one across to the far side towards the stick of Blemberg, but directed at least for a moment back in before Blemberg can pick up. Can't make it through Spencer. Spencer will reverse towards the stick of Kraus. Kraus quickly pressured there by Lancor, and now swarmed by the combination of Lancor and Blemberg. This one sent on in by Spencer, but a little strong, and an icing will fall just under a minute here. 54 seconds remaining in the second period of play. Again, the lead for Marquette, still 4-0. They've got 2 in each of these periods. That more specified accounting wouldn't matter in most games, but in a points-based tournament, of course, it does. It'll be Lancor and Kraus here to take the draw, the right side of Patnaud. That one chopped to the boards there by Kraus towards Woodward. And now Spencer sends far side off the boards for Bovin. Bovin tries to chip off the boards again there, but well played by Marquette as this one here. Trying to carry it in was Barris, met hard by Kraus to stop that attempt. And this one now kicked loose. Kennison Bovin will handle from just inside his own zone, looking for Woodworth off the boards. Richards now backhand bouncer. Settled down there by Spencer for a moment and chased to the corner by Blemberg. Blemberg makes his way away, takes the shot there, loose puck out in front, and a dog pile. Not sure who's on it. It's not the goaltender, but still with all the traffic, probably still the right decision by the official to blow that play dead.
Yeah, usually if you let people poke around at it too far, you get some pushing, shoving. That's where those scrums kind of happen in front of the net and things get out of hand a little bit. So good idea by the official there. No one really knowing where the puck is, so no one's going to be too upset about a quick whistle there. Blow it dead, get everyone separated and restart.
This one chopped to the boards again, but a little bit strong, so it'll be Richards from the point who got a shot that was well high. And now Danielak in behind. He's got one defender trailing him, takes the shot there, snapped up to the glove of Richards, but a rebound out in front. Picked up by Woodworth for a moment, but a diving play with the legs from Parker stopped that one. I think that caught Parker off guard there. It was a great dive on the save, and that'll do it for period number 2.
Yeah, Parker making a great first save there. I don't even think he knew where the puck was on the second, just happened to get a pad and then able to slide over, get his body in position, whether he knew where that puck was or not, to make the second save on that one.
Definitely a great effort there. That'll do it for second period of play. Thunder trailing 4-0 in this one to the Marquette Main Street Pizza team here from the 2020 Battle at the Rec U18 tournament. So we'll get some fresh ice. We'll take a quick break. We'll run some ads, and we'll be back here in about 15 minutes with what should be, at the very least, an action-filled third period.
M&M Thunder Hockey brought to you by The Insurance Works. Don't let your insurance premiums check you into the boards. Contact the Insurance Works agency in Marinette and let their team of agents help protect your family and business while you score some savings. A proud sponsor of Thunder Hockey and a member of your local community for over 30 years. They are ready to assist you with great rates and service. Visit their Facebook page or website to contact Carrie, Keith, Garrett, or Danielle. It's easy. Just search for The Insurance Works today. M&M Thunder Hockey supported by Stevenson National Bank and Trust. Still looking for the perfect gift for your friend this holiday season? Refer them to the Stevenson National Bank and Trust. They'll enjoy a great bank and you'll both be rewarded with a little extra money for the holidays. Visit snbt.com for more information. Member FDIC. M&M Thunder Hockey also supported by Taxi Inc. Taxi Inc. is the affordable choice as the Marquette shared ride taxi service. We operate 7 days a week and are ADA compliant. Call 715-735-9787 for booking or information. M&M Thunder Hockey is supported by Westland Bus Lines. Westland Bus has been providing Marquette and the surrounding communities with school bus and motor coach transportation for 44 years. Tours across the country, charters down the road, private car service, and more. We hope to see you on board. M&M Thunder Hockey also supported by Advanced Blending Solutions. ABS is proud to partner with the M&M Thunder. M&M Thunder Hockey is supported by JGS, providing plasma ion nitriding services for superior wear and harsh environment protection of steel parts for clients in Northeast Wisconsin, Upper Michigan, and across the U.S. For the best quality, the best price, and the fastest turnaround time, contact JGS today for a same-day quote.
right, everybody, fresh ice, third period coming up here. I'm looking at the scoreboard. Do we have any penalties on the board to start the third?
Boxes are empty so far, so I think we might be starting 5-on-5 here.
That's
Getting
going to
a
be
fresh start.
That's going to be a weird sight. Lots of penalties in the first two. Thunder come in to the third period with a team total of 8. Marquette at 12, which is resulted in their head coach being removed from the bench. So we'll see here if penalties continue to be a huge story in this third period. As Danielak lines up at center ice here, faces off against LeCarnan, and this one now to Richards. Richards across center ice, fires a shot in, kicked aside there by Patnod. You know, with this two-period Zamboni, you really notice how much more the puck moves on fresh ice by contrast. So Spencer trying to force that one out, held in out there by Elmhurst, and now off the glass around behind. Pushed back in the direction of the net by Taggartson. Trying to hold his own there was Richards, failing to do so. He'll get some help from LeCarnan, who goes D to D out near the point. Pass across the center there, tipped aside by Casey, so they'll have to regroup, and now it'll be carried on here by LeCarnan again, poked away there by Bovin now. Richards out near center, looking for somewhere to go with it. Some pressure, but so far able to dance away from it a little bit, but now Danielak picks that puck up and heads in the other direction. Devereaux able to put enough pressure on there to keep Danielak from getting a clean path to the net now as it comes out to the point for Spencer. Spencer sends back towards the net, and now it will be carried on into the zone by Lancor, who fires a shot low, 5-hole, pinched there in the pads of Patnod. So a little slower to start the third here, not quite the manic play we saw at the end of the second as we get a face-off here. Right side of Patnod, and Kraus and Lancor tie up as this one's cleared out. Foot race down now. Icing call upcoming, and a late whistle on the icing there as Kraus just barely touched it, but over the line.
As you're saying, kind of a slow start here. Each period within a points tournament kind of has its own game within. At this point, Thunder would need to outscore Marquette by 5 goals here. So it's kind of a play for the period, kind of reset here. Doesn't so much feel like you're going into a third period as you're starting a fresh miniature game here.
So Kraus trying to walk forward off of the faceoff on this one. Does so off the boards. Fed it to Bovin, just a little bit out of reach, and a good effort there by Blemberg to get back in and underneath. Blemberg trying to make his way up and out of the zone. Gets a little bit of help from Lancor, and now gets this one up and onto the stick of Barris. Barris coming in now, takes the shot there, goes high off of Patnod out in front, tries to bring it back up with the backhand and push it in, but nothing there, and swallowed up by Patnod.
Both teams getting a couple rushes here. Quick start, testing the goaltenders.
So Kraus and Lancor again on the draw as this one rattles around near side. Woodworth trying to push it through, but Richards there first to send to the corner. Lancor pushes behind the net. First man to it will be Bowers. Feeds it through there. A little bit of help from Bovin. Stepping in on the far side to hold that one deep was Midthen. Now Zilke trying to feed out. Got to Woodworth. Richards, though, again effective in picking that puck up. He'll skate in now. Lines one up hard off the leg pad of Patnod. Now a clearing attempt there off the boards. Backhanded in the direction of the net by Barris. Made it through a few players to be picked off of the far boards by Zilke. Glove batted that one down there was Richards. And sent to the corner now. Zilke will give it a chase. Pick up behind from his own netminder. Marquette will go for at least a partial change here. Down below, tied up. Zilke and looks like Blemberg went down, so Danielak will skate this one out. Into neutral ice now. He's got a couple guys with him coming in more or less 3-on-2 and a little miscue along the blue line. Forces that one over near side now. Blemberg walks in, likes that ripper, and sends that one off the glass behind. It'll come out all the way to the point to the far side. It'll be chipped back in by Deschamps. Now batted down, skated on in by Crummel, who picks his corner up and over the glove side shoulder of Patnod and scores.
Yeah, Marquette almost setting things up a little differently, not needing to be aggressive due to the point style. Kind of sitting back, waiting, spreading the ice, slowing things down. No need for them to really score too much here in the third period. They have kind of a commanding lead in the overall standings. But setting it up ended up working well. Their Thunder players running rampant, just trying to track that puck down, and it ended up working for them.
You know, and that's part of this, you know, shortish bench for the Thunder as well. You know, you have a lead. You know that the other side's going to be feeling some fatigue. Maybe you just keep it wide and, you know, you work it east and west and make everyone put on enough miles to get to the puck, as this one gets picked off near the center by Berg, who fires a shot and blockered aside there by Parker. Chipped out of the corner there by Elmhurst. And now it comes up here onto the stick of Cromwell. Cromwell feeds to the center for Deschone. Deschone defended there by Berg and goes backside. Tipped in by Cromwell, who has his second goal in about 10 seconds. That was a nifty little almost behind the back pass there by Deschone as he got taken down.
Yeah, and the far post player was actually open as well, so it was a good pass either way. It just happened to go off of a Thunder skate, I think, there. But either way, it was a great play. He knew he was being challenged, wasn't going to be able to get a clean shot off, so he decided to turn that around, center it to where he knew he had an offensive player coming in to support him down the slot. It was a great heads-up play. Usually you don't like those blind backhand passes, but if you know someone's coming and they're open, you can do that, or at least cause some confusion as it did there and maybe get a redirected goal.
Yeah, I think that might be the hat trick on the day there for number 4, Brett Cromwell. And there would be a penalty called there, I believe, against Zulke, but the offense occurring before the goal, it won't go up on the board.
I know you know the rule book
rather.
quite well. Does that still go on the score sheet and count
Yes.
towards the 4-player
Yes,
or the
it does.
12 team?
Yeah, it counts both as the team total and the player total, and basically, you know, it's just, you know, if you had put it up on the board, hadn't been, yeah, that's just an error in scorekeeping that it went up on the board. So yeah, obviously a goal, you know, cancels out whatever the remaining penalty time is. That just happens all in one fluid motion here. But yeah, still on the score sheet, still against the team total, and the player total. As far as all that goes, there's just no time served. It looks here like we're not going to bother with clearing it off the clock. We'll just let it run out, as long as everyone's in agreement.
Yeah, so even though that penalty isn't going to carry over after the goal and hurt the Thunder, it is going to hurt them down the long run with those player and team totals. Shouldn't be too big of a problem if they can stay under those numbers for the rest of this game, but it will hurt them in the next one with that high team count.
Yeah, of course, you know, USA Hockey moving that team total from 15 down to 12 this year. 12 total team penalties results in ejection for the head coach, and then he'd be ineligible for the game tomorrow as well.
And 12 penalties, not taking nearly as long to get to it. It happens quite often, especially when you usually play 2 games in a day. It's a day total, so it's not hard to get average 6 penalties in a game. This one possibly taking just 1 game here, but it's easy to reach that 12 penalty limit, so you got to kind of keep an eye on that.
So a shot from out near the blue line there, ripped in and on.
Looks like Patnod electing to play a lot of these pucks, and I don't hate that idea just because the Thunder hasn't been winning those defensive zone faceoffs, and she's faced a lot of quick shots, even a goal off of those. If I were her, I'd be playing those as well, as long as you know that your team can get control instead of facing those faceoffs that have been working against you so far this game.
This one here, one towards the net and cleared out of harm's way there by Bovin. Now to the corner. It'll be gathered in there by Lukernen. And sent back deep now by Richards. Attempt to glove it down there by Devereaux, unsuccessful, and Danielak will send that one up and out.
Yeah, Marquette doing a good job of keeping that third forward high. You don't need to have that low pressure right now. You're up 6-0, 2 goals to nothing in the period. You just kind of want to lock that down and make sure you have someone back to support the D so that you can pinch, keep it in the offensive zone and away from trouble.
Yeah, the 12 totals is just the game, though, not the entire day. So with the Thunder having another game, you know, they can get up to 11 here, and it wouldn't be a disqualification, but you'd like to avoid those anyway. As this one gets sent to the corner, chased down there by Richards. Richards makes a move away from Kraus, but a little bit overzealous, and Berg at least very nearly cleared that one as it's carried back in by Lukernen, who picks a corner, but up and off the glass and wide. Devereaux trying to skate that one back in, but again, good defense there from the combination of Berg and Kraus. Zilke trying to clear this one out. Shot there from Richards, back to the corner. Marquette keeping this one in the zone as Tagertson carries. Sends back to the corner, looking to feed that one out in front. Picked off there by Bowers. Now Kraus trying to find some room to move, but O'Devereaux right there. And now Tagertson. Berg almost got that one out of there, but good defensive play by Lucanen keeps it in once more. Marquette keeping this one in the zone. No real offensive opportunities arising from it, but maintaining possession here now, and Kraus will finally get enough on it, sending that one down all the way for an icing.
M&M Thunder Hockey supported by Stevenson National Bank and Trust. Still looking for the perfect gift for your friend this holiday season? Refer them to the Stevenson National Bank and Trust. They'll enjoy a great bank, and you'll both be rewarded with a little extra money for the holidays. Visit snbt.com for more information. Member FDIC.
Face off here, right side of Patna. Danielak will win that one back to the corner for Bovin, who chips on up to his brother. Mason Bovin able to clear this one out up towards the stick of Casey. Casey pushes it to the corner where Midthin will give a good enough effort there to further it on to the stick of Blemberg, who now tries to work his way up the boards against Casey. Stepping in with the backhand there. Spencer sends it towards the net and cleared away, at least momentarily, by Elmhurst. Bovin along the boards here, taking a little bit of hassle from Elmhurst. Backhanded up and a high shot from Kennison Bovin out at the point, finds glass, and then Danielak, who backhands to the center of the net, made it through the 5-hole and into the crease, but cleared out by the defender, and that will go all the way down for an icing.
M&M Thunder Hockey also supported by Taxi Inc. Taxi Inc. is the affordable choice as the Marinette shared ride taxi service. We operate 7 days a week and are ADA compliant. Call 715-735-9787 for booking or information.
All right, so we'll get settled here again after the near goal for the Thunder. Danielak and Lancor, the two on the draw. Lancor trying to feed that one up, pinching down there again. Bowers. Been effective on the pinches most of the time, has Simon Bowers been. He'll take this one, send in the direction of the net. It'll go wide to the far side there, chased down by Kraus. Ties up with Richards. Richards sends in front. Casey gets a chop at it, but behind the net. Backhanded now to Kraus. Kraus centering attempt there, blocked by Richards, and now Kraus again to the far side. Elmhurst works that one up the boards. That'll sneak all the way out. Icing will be the call.
Now still early in this period. Thunder only down by 2 for the period. 6-0 for the game overall. But with the point system, I'm curious to see if they can keep it between 1 and 2 goals, if they might consider pulling a goalie at the end of the game to force maybe getting half a point or a point out of the period.
Well, you know, half a point or a point out of the period. There's also a point here in play still for Marquette with a shutout. So a goal of any sort at the very least would take a point off of the Marquette ledger for that shutout. 2 goals would take essentially a point and a half off of the board, and 3 would further cut into the potential reward for Marquette. This one picked up behind now. Spencer takes a little bit of a shoulder, but skates through it and gets it right on up towards Berg, who a pinching Richard stymies. Cromwell now, he's got a few goals on this game, and he's going to add another one to that. That's the second one in a row. I believe he has the last 3, actually, in this one.
Yeah, it was a great heads-up play to be able to see that puck sitting there, open up, turn around with it, make a quick move around the one defender that hadn't started floating out of the zone, and get a nice open shot.
So we'll bring this one back to neutral ice here. Spencer to take the draw here for the Thunder. It's been a lot of Kraus and Danielak on the face-offs, but Spencer will get a crack at it here. He'll go against Cromwell, who has as many goals as the back of his jersey, 4 in this one. Feeds up towards Deschone. Deschone makes his way past Bovin. Bovin chips the puck away to the far side. First one, too, it'll be Zolke, and held in at the blue line there by a somewhat sliding Richards, who shoots a little wink to the kids along the board there after he rattled them. Bovin trying to feed this one out, gets freed up. Spencer makes a move through the middle. He'll get that at least to neutral ice. Richards will curl with enough room to stay on sides. Trying to make a move through Bovin. Will get picked out towards Deschone, who takes a high slap shot, goes off the net wide, and a shot down low there in the corner. Goes off the skate of Patnod and angled in. That's one of those rare from below the net goals you get, and yet another one for Brett Crummel in this one.
Marquette running away with it here, 8-0. If you're the Thunder, you got to just try and avoid what got you into trouble this game with that shortened bench. You don't want to take any more penalties here, anything stupid that'll get you tossed out of the game or get you spending for the next game. That's what's getting them into trouble right now. They're not able to keep up.
Yeah, play smart, play for the rest of the weekend here at this point. This one up and off the glass now, trying to feed it past Bovin. There was Tagerson, and he will do so. It'll go to the corner. Bowers will be the first man on it. Out in front there, and another goal. That one put in by Lukernan. That was a nifty little centering pass and a one-timer out in front again.
That was a beautiful little play there by Marquette. Know to check it out, know that the goaltender was going to be sliding behind following the play of that puck in order to pull it in front before you go behind that net. So the goaltender slides over, playing it as you think you would, and just have someone on that front side to bury it.
So the Marquette lead extended here now. 9 minutes and 30 seconds remain in this one. As Kraus battles for it on the faceoff, gets a little bit of help there from Casey to push this one deep to the corner. Cam Bensey will be down there for the Wildcats, but a good job by Casey there to feed that one. Gets out in front, and off a pass from Kraus, in comes Casey on the backside, and a Thunder goal.
Yeah, that goal, again, down 9-1, but still takes away that shutout point from Marquette. So that's a big thing in the overall standings of the tournament, to negate those points and keep other teams from gaining those advantages.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen in future games here. That half point, or that full point, I should say, could come into play. And we'll see if it lights a little fire here. I saw Evan Casey take a couple of quick steps off that face-off with the energy, and in comes Kraus. Kraus diving, tripped up, then takes out the goaltender. Net is well off. There should be a whistle here for something at least. And we will finally get one.
M&M Thunder Hockey is supported by Westland Bus Lines. Westland Bus has been providing Marinette and the surrounding communities with school bus and motor coach transportation for 44 years. Tours across the country, charters down the road, private car service, and more. We hope to see you on board.
So even there, after the little bit of melee and confusion, no call in either direction. We will stay 5-on-5 here, as Coach Danielak would like an explanation, presumably on the no call.
M&M Thunder Hockey is supported by JGS, providing plasma ion nitriding services for superior wear and harsh environment protection of steel parts for clients in Northeast Wisconsin, Upper Michigan, and across the U.S. For the best quality, the best price, and the fastest turnaround time, contact JGS today for a same-day quote.
It's always interesting to me what kind of an explanation you can get or give for a no call, and for a no call on a tripping, there's either two options. One, I didn't see it, or two, he was playing the puck as a shot from Danielak there, swallowed up by Parker.
Yeah, that goal for Thunder, if nothing else, has sparked a little bit of
there's a little more pep in the step.
A little more pep, which is good for your later game today.
Yeah, that's right. They do have one more tonight at 7 p.m. We'll be live here once again for the Thunder. They'll get a couple of legs back. Thayer and Denny, who are missing today as a result of some penalties in last night's game. As we go to the boards here, delayed penalty upcoming. We'll see which way it goes. We're going to get 8 green here. That'll be Thomas Blemberg for Marquette. Going to go, and the call was holding.
I think it was an interference call. Both of them kind of pushing, getting to the puck, but I think 8 actually had the advantage on pushing Bovin into the board, so therefore he's going to get the interference call, even though both were kind of pushing, fighting for the puck. Probably could have taken both of them or neither of them, but in this case, Bovin was on the bottom of the pile, so Marquette's going to get the call for interference here.
So we'll get a Thunder power play here. 7:04 remaining in the game. 9-1, the Marquette lead. But as you had talked about before, it's less about the full 3 periods. It has become sort of this mini game in which Marquette holds a 3-1 lead here in this 3rd period. So if you play it like that, the Thunder could take advantage of this power play and potentially take a period point here. As this one gets chopped deep down to the corner, Zelke will be the first man to it. And stumbled a little bit there, so it's going to be Carter Barris who fed that one out towards the point in the direction of Richard. Zelke now able to clear the zone. And there was an offsides there. No whistle on it, but the players are all just going to play it like it was a delayed one anyway. As Kraus skates this one into the zone now, he's got Bovin on the far side. He'll elevate one. That'll go up off the glass. Come out near side. Poked towards center there. A hit along the blue line. And the puck will be freed up now for Danielak. Danielak now entering neutral ice. Looks to feed that one up towards Kraus. A bouncing puck now. Furthered on again by Bovin towards Kraus. And that pass across the blue line just a little bit off on the angle. So back out to center. Sent in deep now from the far side by Spencer. 1 minute remaining on the Thunder power play as Bovin goes into the corner. He's going to take a penalty here. He'll get a tripping call. He kind of slew-footed a little bit there with the ankle, but
that's another one of those, when you're going into those corners, you want to get a nice wide base, but if you stick your legs out, anytime the player with the puck that you're going to put pressure on, if they decide to turn or move out of the corner like that, you're in risk of, hitting their legs, slew-footing them like that. So you got to be careful doing that. In that case, leg on leg. In the corner, things happen, but in that case, ref saw a trip, called a trip.
Yeah, and anytime.
Can't argue that too much because it was leg-to-leg contact.
Yeah, so that'll do it for the day for Mason Bovin. He knew it right away. That'll be his 4th. He's out of there, and that unfortunately will mean they'll be missing him for tonight's game as well. So 4-on-4 here for 51 seconds. Seems like that's been a considerable portion of the game has been the 4-on-4 play as Cromwell brings that one from behind, tries to push it in along the pipe, and Patnod will get the blocker on top of it. 5:42 remain here in the 3rd, and we're going to get a running clock by virtue of the 8-goal lead, which is always nice when you've got penalties there. As Cromwell takes a shot, goes wide near side, wraps around far side for Deschone, who doesn't take the time to settle the puck down. He'll send it out to the point and get it quickly back. Spencer from behind the net now. Good little move on the stick of Cromwell there to knife that bouncer out of the air as Zelke puts check on. A little bit of a tiff along the boards there. Nothing going as Kraus enters the zone. He's got pressure there from Elmhurst. Gets pushed back behind the net. And those two will make contact now as Marquette returns to full strength. This one gets sent towards Deschone out near center ice, but sent back in the other direction, now carried on by Kraus. Kraus stalls out near the top of the blue line, rips his shot, goes high up and off the glass, but an effective way of getting the puck deep there. Under a minute now on the Thunder penalty as well, as this one goes wide and all the way down for an icing.
M&M Thunder Hockey also supported by Advanced Blending Solutions. ABS is proud to partner with the M&M Thunder.
So 4:20 on the running clock here. As this goes to the right-hand side of Parker, out towards Bovin, gets chipped away there. Bowers skates away from pressure, but the backhand picked off and carried on in by Lukernen. And now Theovero takes a stunner and then a shot captured in the chest of Patnod. And that'll do it on the penalty for Woodworth on the running clock. He's got to wait, of course, until puck drop before he exits the box. Good catch there by Coach Danielak. Tell him to get back in there at least until the rubber meets the ice. So this one to the corner for Bowers. Full strength for both teams here now. Casey, who's got the lone goal in this one for the Thunder, ridden down in the corner as that one backhanded out in front, trying to feed on. Wasn't there. Woodworth attempt to clear. One-time slap shot from Richards there. One of those kind of changed-up shots that didn't make all the contact he wanted, so it'll be cleared up and out. And a regroup here for Marquette. Near side to Richards. Settles down. Didn't like it. Oh, a little backhand off the boards to himself there. Missed it with my angle, but furthers it along now to the corner there. Bovin will take a little check from Odevero. And now Bowers behind his own net. Backhands looking for Casey. Casey tried to get that one past Richards. A quick glove out there at the point, and he'll just put that one back to the corner down by the Zamboni doors. Bovin looking cross side, a little bit out of reach of everyone and all the way down, but on net enough that Parker will come out and play it. High saucer pass all the way down. Odivero entering now. He's got pressure underneath him from Kraus, and a good job there to clear that out. Casey curling near neutral ice, gets that one taken away by Richards and brought back into the zone here by Lukanen. Attempted centering pass there for Odivero. And now Lukanen trying to skate through Spencer, gets tied up for a moment but maintains possession. Curling around the top of the circles there, gets double teamed a little bit. Almost cleared, did the Thunder, unable to do so. Now they will. Woodworth, far side, reaching out for it. And across comes Cam Bensi to pick up that puck. He'll curl away, send back towards his own bench. Berg just a little bit over the top. Thunder now, both teams actually rather, finishing some mildly disorganized changes. And Richards will just take advantage of some empty ice here to settle it down before he begins an offensive rush in the other direction. Loses it near center ice, but with time and space to settle down, makes his way through Danielak, takes a check there from Bovin. And now Zelke, backhanded, clearing attempt, makes it to Berg. Berg going across the blue line, but held in there by a combination of a couple of defenders from Marquette as we come down to about the 90-second mark. And we're going to say that that one went up and into the netting.
M&M Thunder Hockey brought to you by The Insurance Works. Don't let your insurance premiums check you into the boards. Contact the Insurance Works agency in Marinette and let their team of agents help protect your family and business while you score some savings. A proud sponsor of Thunder Hockey and a member of your local community for over 30 years. They are ready to assist you with great rates and service. Visit their Facebook page or website to contact Carrie, Keith, Garrett, or Danielle. It's easy. Just search for The Insurance Works today.
1 minute to remain in this one as it trickled out to center ice and onto the stick of Elmhurst, who rattles around the far side. Picked up out at the blue line there and just dumped back deep by Midthen. Behind the net there, Bovin hangs onto it. In the corner now again, Blemberg. He's just going to tie up here, 40 seconds remaining. Trying to walk towards the net was Lancor, and a shot there snapped up by Patnod and frozen.
Good job there by Patnod. Knowing end of the game, commotion in front of the net, just cover that up, let them reset. With the run time, you run some of that clock off in your defensive zone. It's a good cover.
And so we'll come under 18 seconds here by the time the puck drops. It's going to be closer to 15 as this one heads towards the net, but nothing there. Kraus is going to take off with this one. Coming down the near side, trying to make his way through that one, gets backhanded off the boards and out towards center ice. Bovin a shot there, that'll be well offsides. Will be the final play of the game as the running clock will expire. Final score here, 9-1. Marquette Main Street Pizza taking 5 of the possible 6 points out of this one, everything but the shutout. So the Thunder will be back on the ice here at 7 p.m. tonight. They'll be back here on this YouTube channel as they take on the Dodgeville Ice Wolves. We'll be back here, like I said. Dodgeville only has 6 total points through their first 2 games. So not leading the tournament in quite the way that this Marquette team was. Should be I never want to say an easy matchup, but perhaps a slightly more favorable matchup for the Thunder later in this evening. Of course, they'll be without one of the Bovin brothers as a result of his 4th penalty late in this one, but you will return Thayer and Denny to the lineup.
Yeah, having those two back in the lineup will help a lot. A lot of speed and good puck control coming back, as well as just numbers on the bench. That always helps.
Yeah, shores up the defensive side a little bit, and Thayer had a goal last night, so some offense from that side as well. So thank you all for joining us. I've been Brock Jersey alongside Cole Jersey over here. We'll be back again in about 2 hours with the Thunder taking on the Dodgeville Ice Wolves. Final score in this one, 9-1 in favor of Marquette. Thank you all once more for tuning in. And just, of course, always that reminder, these are available on the M&M Thunder YouTube channel in perpetuity if you would like to rewatch. We'll see you back here at 7 p.m. Have a good night, everybody.